Hey, what's up guys? The Evolved Wizard has set the meta ablaze with this no-skill strategy. It's reached the top of the game at rank 68 in the world, and it's gotten there by building up big pushes and skillessly spamming on one side. The wizard takes one cycle to get evolved, and once it does, it gets a fiery shield. And when the wizard shield breaks, it does damage capable of killing minions, and it knocks everything back. So when you build up a big attack with an evolved knight, giant, and Sparky, with the wizard all combined, the opponent has to break through a huge health meat shield, the wizard protection, and the ridiculously high damage of Sparky. And you can stockpile on the rage to make everything move faster and increase your opponent's stress. While you skilllessly spam all your stuff on the same side, opponents will have to think through their defenses or they'll end up extinct. Let's fire off a push that opponents can't hope to shield themselves from to assert dominance. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on any of the daily videos. And massive magic love to everyone that's supporting the channel with credit code SirTag. Yo, this guy's got the Hog Rider banner from Squad Busters. What's up, dude? First play for us is to cycle the wizard because we really want to spam that evolution. So the best strategy with this deck is having the evolved knight in front of your push, then having the wizard and stacking up all of your stuff in one side. It's repulsive to witness how strong this can actually get to be. Wow, so the guy already deploys a void and eradicates our wizard. That was really good timing on his end because it was able to not hit the knight, and it barely scraped by killing our wizard. It's a -2 trade for us, but it's not the worst thing in the world. The first wizard isn't what matters. We're just trying to cycle the evolution, and when he cycles the void, at least he's not cycling towards an evolution. Imagine void evolved. That would be horrible for the game. Hopefully they never do that. So we're going to go and cycle our Sparky in the back, and then, you know what? I can build up the push already since the wizard is only one cycle to get to the evolution, and that's the true strength of it. Also, without the void spell, he can't shatter our Sparky. So usually in single elixir, we are going to be able to not go in for these Sparky pushes unless we're going to be able to counter something. Fortunately for us, we are going to be able to go in eviscerate this big bowler push. The bowler's dead. I think that we can go in for Harry Potter soon, and I want to go for the knight first, so then the Sparky doesn't take maximum damage. Now we're going to go for the wizard as well, and then we'll see how this goes. I mean, wizard has a spell shield, so if he drops anything on top of the wizard should give us a lot of value. Look at that. It's going to be able to kill the little prince, and then it's still alive just long enough to get a hit, right? Hey, that's pretty good. Wait, it almost gave us a second shot too. Anyway, we forced the recruits, which is something that he does not want to be dropping right now. They don't do super hot on offense here if we rage up our Dagger Duchess. I feel like the Dagger Duchess does decent, but oh my gosh, the man's got Mother Witch. All right, so I'm forced in a position to go in for Mini P.E.K.K.A. The Mini P.E.K.K.A. will be able to slaughter the Mother Witch, and then it will also preserve our Night Witch bats and the Night Witch itself. So definitely a okay position for us. Not the best thing in the world, but we'll take it. Also, I think that we can start to go in for Sparky in the back, expect our opponent to go in for the Void Spell, and then get no value whatsoever. So I think he's going to go Void Spell on this, and then we can just go in for the Evo Knight and kind of make a prediction right now. So let's go in for that and see if he drops the Void Spell. If he doesn't, it's fine. But now we've got the Knight pushing the Sparky, and then we can go for Giant in front. This is hilariously derpy. I've never done a push like this before. I wonder if this is going to work. I mean, we've got Night Witch plus Giant plus Sparky, and we're raging it all up. There's no way that that Firecracker survived, my guy. And then also, we can just ignore everything else since we got the Dagger Duchess destroying the other side. Look at that. We shatter his left-hand side, and he has to go in for a Little Prince of the River. That's one of the most ambitious Little Princes that I've ever seen, my man. I don't think you're defending the Sparky very well. If we can get another shot, that'd be huge. And we do. Let's go. We're going to rage up the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and the Giant. I think that we might be able to arrows our way through here as well, with the Mini P.E.K.K.A. potentially killing the bowler. All we need is one shot. And we snagged the 3 crown. This guy couldn't pick the ending that he wanted, so he was stuck picking his nose. And after that one, we all know that Wizard finally found a deck that he's actually good in. This guy's got Wizard in the banner, and it's time to see who has the superior firepower.
Round 1, fight!
I hope that our Flaming Wizard is ready to just combust his towers quickly. I'm going to be cycling in the back just to showcase our true strength. We're going to get to the evolution with the next cycle. I'm also going to drop a Knight here as well. I think it's going to be beneficial for me to go in for a Giant in front of the Wizards. We got multiple layers of protection. We got the Giant, we also got the Knight, and we're inspiring Fright enough for our opponent to delicately drop 12 elixir on defense. So he planted that quite well, though. He ended up going for a Valkyrie that gives him a cohesive counter push, making sure that I can't go in for any distractions. But the joke's on him. I don't have distractions in my deck. We just have a lot of chaos and a ton of 1 cards in our deck, despite having the Night Witch. The Night Witch is going to be our main counter to the Void Spill, I guess. Go for the mini P.E.K.K.A, pre-plant that, make sure that he doesn't get any damage with the drill. And also he'll lose the Firecracker quite quickly to the Dagger Duchess. So could have activated King Tower, but it's just a little bit better to do that. Our mini P.E.K.K.A doesn't do anything either. It is what it is. Dagger Duchess is still overpowered. Despite getting the health nerf, she still does the insane amount of damage that one-shots almost every single 4, 3, and 5 cost card in Clash Royale. Like Electro Dragons and Fishermen's, they are simply not safe from the Dagger Duchess. All right, so, if I go for Knight in the middle, it'll be able to pull all the recruits. Then I can maybe go in for a Giant here. Oh, no. Or, dude. How dare you bring out the Australian in me? Anyway. We're not going to do anything else. I think if we go for a wizard, it might be a bit of an overkill. I think I have to, though. I have to distinguish a defense here where I go for a wizard and then I go in for something else, like maybe a mini P.E.K.K.A. No, the spell shield is gone. Tragedy has befallen upon us. But maybe we can make a menacing push with our mini P.E.K.K.A. We should be able to clobber the rest of this Valkyrie. I'm not going to go in for an aggressive rage or anything. I know for a fact that it's better for us to start a huge push with our Sparky, then go for the Evolved Knight, and then make our push happen that way. We go for the Evolved Knight before the Goblins start spawning on our tower, because the Goblin Drill still hasn't been nerfed yet. Clash Royale messed up, so at the time of this video that I'm recording it, balance changes haven't actually happened, and this deck will get better, but Evolved Firecracker does not die to arrows. It will die when you guys start seeing this video, but Clash Royale delayed the balance changes because there's been a bug in the game. So our deck is going to be a little bit worse right now at the time of the recording. It'll be so much better when this is actually live. So you just know, guys, we're playing this deck not even at its full potential. Being able to arrow away firecrackers will be something that you guys can do. He did just miss a fireball, though, so that is cool. And going for a mini P.E.K.K.A at the river, and then I think we're able to gallantly spam with our gigantic blast. So I think he's going to get blasted past if we can get a good arrows here. There's no way that he's stopping that wizard. Wizard for the win, baby. Okay. We can go for another wizard. We know for a fact that this guy's going to go drill right into us because he has to. Wizard should be able to melt all of his goblins. And then we can gobble up his offense as well with the wizard. And then go for a offense of player of our own here. Going in for our knight in front. And then if he kills the wizard's shield, then everything gets killed as well. So if you kill me, we're gonna kill you, dude. That's how it's gonna go today. I'm gonna rage up our wizard. He has to drop something on the wizard, but it's gonna get knocked back. Notice how the wizard still stayed alive and astonishingly set his tower ablaze. I gotta say, Black Clover really did not have the Green Clover luck. He willed our wizard to win, powering it up with the mascot of his banner. Even if the mini P.E.K.K.A hit the wizard at the end, it wouldn't have killed it. The fiery shield that the wizard has would have knocked back the mini P.E.K.K.A, preserving the wizard, and the wizard would have still taken tower. He didn't even get through our first layer of defense. All right, this guy's got minions in the banner, and hopefully we can play against that card. Minions and Minion Horde are well welcomed in all of our matches today because, you know, Wizard has a really good situation there, and we also have arrows. So I would love to antagonize my opponent to go and drop all of its arrows bait right into us. We would kind of appreciate that. He's going to go for guards. Maybe I can go in for a giant in front of the Night Witch. Be nice to see what he's going to do, though. Electro Wizard. So that's a pretty bad card, especially since it doesn't get an evolution. The Wizard kind of just laughs at it. It's like, hey, I might not be as strong as an Electro Wizard, but I'm way better since I get evolved. So there's a reason to use me. Anyway, we're going to go and rage up our giant to guarantee we get a huge positive elixir trade from a damage department. Not necessarily from an elixir department. We have to spend a bunch on defense here. I think if we go for a knight in the middle, it pulls the Mega Knight, and then we can easily counter with an arrows. But even though we don't necessarily have that much elixir on defense, we're able to make it happen, and it worked well. Using the knight in the middle pulls the Mega Knight to the middle, so then the Dagger Duchess from our other side can devour whatever he bridge spams. So if you guys are using Dagger Duchess correctly, the best way of using it is pull your opponent's units to the middle with your knight. So then you're able to engage both of your towers, so then the Dagger Duchess can get maximum damage potential. If you're only using one Dagger Duchess, you're not defending correctly. And of course, if we play into recruits, can automatically engage both Dagger Duchesses without even needing to kite his units to the other side. So I really do appreciate that donation of elixir from my guy. I'm gonna let the Firecracker hit. I don't think that we are gonna get a bad trade there because it activates King Tower. As you guys can see, sometimes you don't even need to drop something in the middle. If your card is a big hitbox, like that Sparky, and then their Firecracker is oriented in a bad position, You just activate King Tower and laugh at your opponent. You're like, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. He'll probably Mega Knight here, so I'm going to be bound to rage up the Knight and also the Sparky. Maybe we can get another shot. It'd be sublime if we get another Sparky shot. Well worth the rage. See, I know these interactions. I know if my card will survive or not. I think that's just kind of cool. Wait, let's test out the Wizard for science. For science, guys. If it can survive a Mega Knight shot like it should be in a really good spot for counter push. Look at it. It's alive. It's thriving. We can soak up the shot, and now we've got a Giant plus Night Witch and also a full health Wizard at our disposal. How is he going to deal with this? I think he's going down the garbage disposal, guys. I think that's what's happening here. That's insane. Even before the Wizard gets its health buff, it is still too healthy for you, my guy. You need a doctor, and it is not a salvageable situation. You are dead for sure.
A few Harry Potter later.
It was light work lighting up our opponent's tower with the Wizard. It's cool seeing the versatility and survivability in action against mid-ladder monsters like Mega Knight. To get into the game here, this guy cycled the bomber in the back. Nothing really happened besides the arrows, and he's still not cycling anything. So we don't have the time to wait around. It's time to unleash our fiery blast of magic. Cycling the Wizard in the back is generally a pretty good play. If we can just get away with that and force out a poison and a log, that's phenomenal, because now homie doesn't have any spells in his cycle. That means that we are guaranteed to get good value with the Night Witch and a Giant. Even if he decides to go in for a play like a Mighty Miner, I'm still going to go head over heels and head on over with our Giant and hopefully scramble up this opponent's strategy right now, because the Night Witch is bound to force out extra elixir and the Evo Bomber will die to arrows. So we're probably going to force him in a peculiar position where he isn't able to kill the Giant, guaranteed. And then the Night Witch starts to spawn bats in his face and it's all raged up. And now our opponent's kind of angry because he's realizing that he just doesn't have a good defense for that. Also, he doesn't even have Dagger Duchess, which would have been even easier for us to overwhelm because the Princess Tower is able to replenish her arrows quite quickly, completing like a defense compared to the Dagger Duchess that gets overwhelmed and just is looking there and being like, where are my daggers at, bruh? So somehow the Princess Tower is magical. She has infinite arrows. I don't know. And the Cannoneer as well. He's got infinite cannonballs. A true pirate. I guess he just like steals from other pirate ships or something. Anyway, we can go in for an arrows here soon. Also, I dislike that our Wizard is not necessarily able to survive the poison right now. It's going to take a lot of damage. And then, wait, we just one-shot the bomber? All right, cool. Say less. What if we go in for a raged up Giant? Because we're able to hit Skellies as well. Wait, does he think he can do that? The audacity from this dude. This is so funny. There's no way he's getting a good trade here. If the mini pack is able to kill that, even, oh my gosh, wait, I have to eat my own words.
He ate a little bit of damage, but he didn't lose his entire tower. That was a phenomenal tornado. Seriously, well played.
I'm not even playing that sarcastically. Like, he played well. I thought he was dead for sure. I thought he was dead in the water. Tornado saved his butt, activated King Tower, and also preserved everything. I think if we rage up our Giant, though, we're bound to be in a good position. We can also go for arrows. Oh, Tornado again. Wow, I guess just well played. He's getting bailed out from everything because he's got Mighty Miner, he's going to have Tesla, and he's going to have Tornado. Really difficult defenses for us to break through here. All right, so our strategy now kind of hinges on the fact that we can start to spell cycle him with arrows. Fortunately for us, we know that the Evo Bomber is going to be 3 cards away, so he's 2 cards away right now. He's 1 card away, so let's go for the Knight and make a prediction on the Evo Bomber. He doesn't do it. I was kind of surprised to see that. All right, we can go for Wizard off to the side. We can also go for arrows when he goes for the Evo Bomber. Yep, super easy arrows value. Got to snag that. Poison comes down on our Wizard. Unfortunately for him, we can rage it up and possibly get a hit before he's ready. Yes, sir. And then we can go for the Mini P.E.K.K.A. And the Mini P.E.K.K.A. should be able to defend against these goblins without too many worries. Now we can go for a Giant to body block the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and also the Knight. This is actually a very difficult match because he's using the overpowered cards before they get nerfed. You know, half of his deck is going to be so much worse. The Tesla, the Evo Bomber, you know, the Goblin Trail. He's just running all the best cards in the game before they're about to get destroyed. And our deck is just going to get better. All right, let's go for the Night Witch here. Follow up with the Sparky. Follow up with a Knight in the front. And then see what we can do. If I have to go for an arrows, I will take it. Otherwise, I just want to go Giant and body block. Yeah, we can just go for the Giant. I think we're okay. I don't know how much damage the Bomber gets. Ooh, it's 1 shot. It's not a double bounce, though. That's fine. Now we can go for the Wizard, and maybe we can perform some Harry Potter magic. It's not looking great because we're kind of cycling all of our stuff into the abyss. Go for the Night Witch here and then go for the Knight in front of the tower so we can make a prediction on the drill so the goblins don't spawn directly on tower. Before the nerf, they actually do spawn on the tower unless you make a prediction in front. So that's why we had to do that there. We're going to go arrows. We should be able to clip everything. I can go for a wizard afterward. I think that's going to be our best bet. Go for wizard here. Then go for the Night Witch in front. Again, make the prediction. Then go for a knight here. We know that he can't go for Evo Bomber into that. Let's go. Oh, he's doing it anyway. He's going to tornado. He's going to have to tornado. He's poisoning. Wait, this is going to be such a close game. Can I do him dirty? I don't even think it's dirty. He just deserves to die here. He's just down so much elixir. There's no way. There's no way you deserve to defend this, my guy. If he wins this game, I'm going to cry. Please, your deck is about to get nerfed. You should lose. Come on, Clash Royale, just let me win. For the one time, the goblin hit my tower and we won by 50 HP. So as you can see, the deck that he played is really broken right now, but he still took the L. And when his deck gets blasted to oblivion, imagine how bad the game will look for him then. It's actually awesome that we beat the best deck in the game before it gets a huge nerf. Truly limit testing Wizard's power. All right, we got a game against Mr. Nova himself. So hopefully he's gonna have no way of breaking through the Wizard. He's actually gonna go Peck in the back first play. If only we had Giant in our starting hand to mini Peck and Giant him on the left-hand side, but we were not very lucky. In fact, I have to cycle a mini P.E.K.K.A by itself. It's not going to accomplish anything at all. But we do force out a knight, so I guess there's something there. All right, if we cycle our giant, we're able to pull the P.E.K.K.A to the other side, away from our wizard, and we can have a wild adventure with a wizard wandering alone, which isn't going to work very well unless we can beat out more elixir. Also, the P.E.K.K.A will not persevere in this situation. It should just get slaughtered. Wizard gets one shot on the tower, which is pretty nice to see. Even in the face of the Dagger Duchess, Wizard does fire pretty quickly. So how are we going to make this work? P.E.K.K.A dies, we can go for a knight on top of the Little Prince, and then still preserve our tower to a decent degree. I need to go for the knight now so we can pull back the Guardian and not take that much damage. Also, cycling the knight is a big benefit for me, obviously, because we're going to get to the evolution. We can arrows, finish off the Guardian, and then preserve our tower, despite having a really bad cycle when this guy just decided to graduate from Crazy Town and spam P.E.K.K.A in the back first play. He's doing it again. Man, you can't do that. It's a bad play. And now we're going to punish you for that. Eventually, you will get what you deserve. So we're going to cycle our Sparky directly into the P.E.K.K.A. The P.E.K.K.A has two swords. She's getting ready to beat her drums, but she's just dumb. He's not smart here. Oh, wait. We can go giant. Yep. You thought that you could go for that void, but the void did not work out against the Sparky. Sparky's staying alive. P.E.K.K.A is still going to get melted. You did get an okay transaction, but it wasn't the best thing in the world. Now, what if we go in for mini P.E.K.K.A? We go in for a wizard here, and we go in for the biggest Sparky parade push that you've ever seen. Oh, come on, man. Are you serious? This guy has to be joking right now. He actually has barbarians and P.E.K.K.A in the face of a giant deck. I could have afforded a knight to preserve our wizard, and I think that would have been the best possible play. But honestly, I'm not necessarily used to playing a wizard that survives that long. I usually don't give my wizard so much help. I'm like, wizard, you're sucking. You're gonna die. I don't really want to support you. But I guess wizard deserves a lot more help and a little bit more confidence in me. All right, by me. All right, we can go giant. We should be able to preserve this Sparky. It doesn't do that much damage. It's just the first shot that you have to worry about. All right, we can then go for the evolved knight in front, and then I think we can get an evolved Harry Potter down with this push. There's no doubt in my mind that he is going to be scrambling. All right, we can rage this up because then we're able to kill those archers. And we are back to the evolved wizard. So all we need to do is kill this P.E.K.K.A, evolved wizard in his face, and watch as he squirms. There's no way that he's going to be able to go for a hog rider here and get away with it. He's doing it, but it's going right into a Night Witch. We expect him to try to go in for the Void spell on this. But if he does, it's going to be null and void because look at our bats. We're just scrambling up any possibility of him getting value with the Void. And then we can mini P.E.K.K.A on the back end if he's trying to thread the needle in the back. Still not going to work. And then we can rage everything up. Watch, the P.E.K.K.A is going to die. It should just straight up die here. He kills the wizard, but he has to do two different shots. Now he can go for a giant because the P.E.K.K.A is gone. He needed to go for the P.E.K.K.A on top of the giant, but he wasn't able to because the wizard forced it out. And now he's dead. Dude, this is crazy. Even though our opponent ended up having barbarians and P.E.K.K.A, he's losing to a giant deck. That's crazy, man. I mean, he's not dead yet, but I was really hoping that would be the case. Can we just pound our way through if we go for a raged up mini P.E.K.K.A? Oh, he's popping the ability. He's pulling it back to the other side. How dare you, my dude? All right, well, you know what? You just don't have Elixir. You were constantly in a situation where you're kiting our units back, but now you're finally dead to our attack. GG, well played, and peace out. It's a nice way to win, beating someone that has a Barbarians and P.E.K.K.A deck in the face of a Giant. And beating Void and Zap when you're a Sparky player is a nice bonus too. The Wizard baited out the P.E.K.K.A so we were able to punch through with the Giant and extract the win. The Evolved Wizard's magic enables ways to win even some of the most unfavorable matchups. Set the like button ablaze if you enjoyed today's video, subscribe for more daily content, and have an incredible rest of your day.